All right, in this problem, we're looking at this diagram right here. We've got a couple of markings. So first and foremost, we know that these lines here are parallel. It's going to tell us over here in the words that K, line KL, and line MN, those are parallel lines. That's the first thing they tell us. Those indicate that they are as well. So if you're in a geometry class, those arrows are going to tell you those lines are parallel. They're never going to intersect. And OR and SU, so let's find OR, O to R, so that's this line right here. That is a line that goes through two other lines. We call that a transversal. Oftentimes the lines would be parallel, meaning we're gonna have a line that cuts and makes 8 different angles. You're gonna have a lot of different types of angles. Most importantly, your corresponding, your alternate interiors and exterior angles. Okay, so we got OR and we also got SU. Both of these are lines that cut two other lines, creating a number of angles. The size of angle RQL, so let's go from R to Q to L, that's this angle right here, marked right there, is 62 degrees. And the size of angle QTN, so let's find Q, go to T, and then to N, that's this angle right here that we're looking at, that's 144 degrees. So what we're being asked in this problem is to determine what is the size of angle PQT. So PQT, we're trying to find this angle right there. That's the missing angle. How do we find it? There's a lot of different ways. I'm going to show you 2 of them right now. The first way that I would do this, if I were to just recreate an image over here, so parallel lines, we got this happening. One thing we need to understand is that we have this angle right here as 144 degrees. They gave that to us. This is a given. Now I can take that and also erase this transversal. If I were to just erase that transversal, it's going to make something really, really clear to us that this angle here and this angle here are what we call alternate interior angles. So if that's 144 degrees, we know that this is also 144 degrees. But the problem we have up here is if we were to erase OR, right, we're not just being left with the part that's missing, we also have this extra over here. So we know between this angle and this angle here, if we were to add those two together, we get a total of 144. Notice that that angle and this total angle is alternate exteriors like I'm showing over here in this image. Okay, so that's great knowing that the total is 144, but we'd have to know one more thing, and that's vertical angles are also going to be corresponding. So congruent. 62 degrees, we know that this right here is also 62 degrees. I can just fill that in right there because these angles here and here are what we call vertical angles. So basically if you make an X, I'll make it like that. It makes it really clear that this angle across from this angle, they're the exact same measurement. Same with this angle here and this angle here. They would also be the exact same measurement because they are vertical angles. They are angles that are opposites of each other. Okay, now, that's one way to go about it. Remember, we know the total here has to match with 144 because they're alternate exteriors. So I've got 62. How much more do I need for Q? We can go down right now and say Q would have to be exactly 82 degrees because 62 plus another 82 degrees will give me that total of 144 like I'm looking for. Okay, there are other ways of going about this, like I said. Another way we can go about this is we can talk about this angle here, 62, and this angle down here. They are also alternate, but not interior. Those are alternate exterior. So if I were to redraw the image one more time for us, we'll just go something like this. Okay, and I were to erase this line. Let's just imagine that line's not even there. We're just dealing with 2 parallel lines that are transversal. This is something you learned early in your algebra careers. But they gave us this angle up here is 62 degrees. Its alternate exterior angle is right down there. That's the one we're looking at here. Okay, that means that's also 62 degrees. Now, if this is 62 degrees, what did we learn about vertical angles? That means this here is also 62 degrees. So we use this to get this information. And then we say, oh, vertical angles, so that means this is 62. Okay. We also know that between 144 and this angle, we're creating this straight line. We have a straight line there, which is 180 degrees. So you can determine right now that this is 36 degrees, right? 36 plus 144 is going to give me that 180, which is a straight line. So I can put a 36 in there. Now I've got 62, 36, and a missing angle, but we have a triangle in the center, if you didn't notice that. And the triangle sum theorem says that no matter what a triangle looks like, all three of its angles will always add up to 180 degrees. So if we go 62 plus 36, what are we still missing? Same exact value. We need 82 degrees placed right there where PQT's angle is. Hopefully this makes sense. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.